It is the last hour on the show, and it's time to take a look at the stories Nigeria talked about in the past week. This is Hot Takes. I give you the stories, I bring them to you with all the juice, and then you tell me your take on any of those stories. I'll be as fast as possible as usual because we have a lot that happened in the outgoing week. Very interesting week with the Anambra Guber election taking center stage above almost every other thing that happened in the country. We had updates from the election dominating news platforms since the election began last Saturday. We start off with the National Assembly passing the Electoral Act Amendment Bill and approved the electronic transmission of results. Now, this happened on Tuesday. And the approval was given when lawmakers from both chambers of Congress resumed plenary after a 3-week recess. Under a new amendment of Clause 52 of the Electoral Acts Amendment Bill, the Senate resolved that, I quote, voting at an election and transmission of results under this bill shall be in accordance with the procedure determined by the Commission, which may include electronic voting. All right? Shortly after the Senate approval, the House of Reps also passed the bill, completing the process by amending the Electoral Act Amendment Bill. This takes us to what happened at the Anambra governorship election. On Wednesday morning, Professor Charles Soludo of the All Progressives Congress was declared winner of the Anambra governorship election after winning 19 of 21 local government areas. He's 61 years old, former central bank governor. He was announced winner by the returning officer, who was also National Electoral Commissioners, Professor Florence Obi.
That Charles Chukwuma Soludo of APGA, having satisfied the requirements of the law, is hereby declared the winner and is returned elected. This is dated today, 10th November 2021, and is signed by me, the returning officer.
There you have it. Candidates of the PDP, Valentine Ozigbo, and the Young Progressive Party, Senator Fanyuba, they each won a local government. But the candidates of the APC, Senator Andy Uba, did not win any local government during the poll. Charles Soludo, of course, accepted the result, saying it reflects the will of the people. In his victory speech, the governor-elect thanked all stakeholders and asked everyone to work together with him. He also thanked President Muhammadu Buhari and the security agencies for ensuring a level playing ground during the exercise.
The ultimate winner is Anambra people. We are all winners. I hereby extend my hand of fellowship to all of you. I need all of you to succeed. Politics aside, we are all brothers. Let's come together for the project Anambra. There is enough room for everyone to contribute in the service of our homeland. In Anambra, we fight hard during elections, but meet the next weekend at traditional weddings and funerals and throw banters and share drinks. That's the Anambra way.
Quite a speech there. On the 17th of March 2022 is when Professor Chukwuma Soludo will be sworn in as the next governor of Anambra State. But he is to receive his certificate of return today from INEC. Now, President Muhammadu Buhari has also congratulated him. He sent in his congratulatory message and commended also security personnel and INEC for the successful exercise, despite some initial hiccups. However, the party agents of the APC also expressed relief over the end of the process, but he denied the outcome of the result. He says a lot of questions need to be asked and answered about the gun election.
We cannot sign what we don't believe in. When you sign something, it means that you're putting your name onto that piece of paper, because there are people that are disenfranchised. And this is democracy. You cannot disenfranchise people, no matter what. We will go back. The campaign will meet with the candidate and with the party, and the party will take a decision. It's not for me to say. I have my own personal opinion, but I'm not here to give my personal opinion.
Ihiala was the only local government where election didn't take place on Saturday, and the poll was then extended till Tuesday because of safety concerns. But there was poor voter turnout and late deployment of election material, which happened on Saturday, was repeated again on Tuesday, despite a 2-hour adjustment of the commencement of the poll to 10 a.m. National chairman of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, Victor Oye, says he's confident that Nigeria can successfully adopt electronic voting. Also, electronic transmission of results. He was saying this on Saturday night when results were first received from 21 from those local government that had elections. He said the election was quite peaceful, and he believes we can replicate the same across Nigeria.
Let me tell you one thing. I have to be very frank, honest with you. The BVAS is a wonderful machine. If INEC could work on the BVAS to make it more optimally functional. Because what happened yesterday was network problem, malfunctioning machines and all that. And the beautiful thing about the machine is that it checkmated rigid. Nobody could vote more than once in this election. I witnessed it, unlike the smart card reader and the incident forms. If it were that, I can bet you by now this state would have been on fire.
You heard it there. Let's now talk, moving away from the election, let's talk about the unfortunate collapsed building at Ikoyi. Updates during the week. On Wednesday, we had updates that 29 families had submitted samples for DNA tests that will help identify bodies that were evacuated from the rubble at the 21-story building. The Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Gbenga Motosho, said in a statement that the process of identifying bodies is being done at the IDH in Yaba, Lagos mainland. He also said that about 32 families have been submitting and they want to claim and identify bodies. Very sad and sad news indeed. We told you also later that day that the death toll had risen to 45 and 2 more bodies were recovered from the rubble that came down over a week ago. The acting coordinator of the National Emergency Management Agency, Ibrahim Farimloye, said there was some delay in reporting some 6 survivors from the incident because, according to him, some of the agencies lacked information sharing capacity and did not work together. That's quite a thing there. Well, let's also move on. The Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, COREN, inaugurated a 9-man investigative panel to unravel the cause of the incident. Ali Rabiu, who is COREN's president, said that the report of the panel, which was given 6 weeks to work, will be made available to relevant arms and registered agencies of the government. This just might help in unraveling precisely what happened at that collapse.
Is definitely an engineering failure. It's an engineering infrastructure and it's an engineering failure. So we are acting in line with our act to get the remote causes, technical of course, why this building came crashing. We must make sure that the recommendations arising from the work of this panel will be implemented by the government.
There we go. 0700 993 993 993. What's your take on these stories? We still have some more, but let's start with these two. We have the building collapse, unfortunate incident, and the Anambra election. 0700 993 993 993. Female callers, there's a line for you, and that's 014657190. We're live on Facebook and YouTube, Nigeria Info 99.3. We'll take your thoughts and comments from there. And also possibly, let me see if that's possible before I raise your hopes. See if I can get your messages from WhatsApp. All right, here we go. Hello. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Yes, welcome to the show. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Enes.
Welcome. All right, what's your take?
Yes. Because the Anambra election, please, there is an error you made in your intro, and I need you to correct that, referring Charles Soludo as an APC candidate that won the election instead of APGA.
Yeah, ABGA.
The Grand Alliance.
All right. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks for pointing that out.
Thank you so much. You're doing a good job.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, it is ABGA. Non-negotiable. Hello?
Actual lady.
Good morning.
Yeah, Andy Oba.
Yeah.
Complaining. I thought he voted for the Charles Soludo one.
That
Hello?
he voted for Charles?
Yes, he said he voted for the Afghan man now because he he will not make any decision.
Really?
So how come he's complaining again about the result? And people I feel for is people like Ngige and Ben Ibokwe, Abijo Ibokwe, they call him. The whole APC did not win any local government, and when they announce him, it's funny now.
Well, that was the result of the election.
So where are Chris Ngige and the Ibokwes? Even Agolo, where Chris come from, they didn't win any local government. The whole APC. Oh my God.
Well,
thank you.
Thank you very much. It's the election. People vote which party they want. Hello?
Hello?
Good morning.
Yeah, Auntie Wemimo.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm a first-time caller.
I'm glad you're calling me today.
Yes, I'm a regular listener to your program.
Okay.
And I'm very, very happy to join you today.
Thanks for calling.
Please, one thing we have not, my name is Kayode, calling from Isolo.
Okay.
One thing we have not looked into is sabotage. Understand? What of if they use bomb to bring that building down? We did not look at that.
Well, we have talked about it on this week on Nigeria Info, right?
Yeah, let the engineers to look at that area.
And that's why there's a panel. The panel the government said the governor set up is made up of experts. So they will tell us.
They should look at sabotage. That they may have planted bomb into that house. Because if you see the way it comes down, that it falls down. It comes down like the way the high-tech did during Bank of Industry.
And we've discussed this already, and I had professionals who told you that it is possible for a building to come down like that. I mean, if you had application for 15 stories and you build 21, the weight will buckle now. I mean, it makes sense. But let's wait for the panel to look at it and tell us what happened, right?
Okay.
We can wait.
Because me too, I'm a builder. I belong to Baba Nasaki's yes.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
Thank you very much. David is here from Ibejuleki. Hello, David.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Yes. Concerning this Anambra election.
Yes.
I think it's that time we have to consider Goodluck Jonathan's suggestion that the court should no longer be the determinant of a winner of election. So if APC is even going to court now, the court will have them to come back to the field. Not that the court will now say, okay, APC have won.
You're saying that they should be asked to have the election again?
Yes. Yes, because but we have seen cases that the court now give the winning to a wrong candidate.
But the court would look at the court would actually look at the polls that INEC has put together. They're going to work on the available data based on who people voted for. INEC has the ballots, right?
Yes.
They can't work outside of those ballots. So
you see, we should not pretend not to know what is happening. Court is also a place that election is rigged in Nigeria.
Okay.
So they use money.
Okay, I hear you, but this was a clear lead. 19 local government. Oh, come on. That was a clear lead. I mean, if anything, oh, come on, yeah. I just even can't imagine it. Okay, you can try again if you can. Let me drop this one. Hello?
Hello.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning.
Well,
good on the line.
Thanks for calling. What's your take?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. What's your take?
See, my take is from Anambra State election. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go on.
No matter whatever they do, whether APC or PDP, Apoga have win the election. Are you hearing me? And what do we know that I'm from Anambra State?
Okay.
Now, when all this primary or when they're doing campaign, they come to our area, they begin to share money. Do you know what people say? He say after they share the money finish, we know who to vote for. Are you hearing me?
Mm-hmm.
So forget whether they go to court or not to go to court. 100 times, let they come to Anambra State again. That Apoga will win them more than they expected.
All right, thank you very much. Let me give you one more story before I go on a break. There's a lot that happened this week. We've talked about the building collapse. The president is in Paris on an official visit to participate in the Peace Forum. On Wednesday, President Buhari was at working lunch with President Emmanuel Macron, where he made a promise to work with relevant French authorities to degrade international criminal networks. PMB appreciated efforts of Macron in expanding opportunities for business between Nigerians and French citizens. Let me see. He says that the economic outlook of Nigeria remains bright, and he says that with sustained investment in infrastructure, particularly in ICT, that favors global businesses, and also with a friendly regulatory environment that supports foreign direct investment, the country's risk profile and has been identified, and that Nigeria has decided to reassess and update the national security strategy to create a win-win situation for investors. Well, you should listen to this.
I can assure you that our administration is on the right path to achieving multi-sectoral progress. We have revitalized the economy by increasing investments in capacity building, health, infrastructure, women's empowerment, climate change, and food security. Today, these actions are yielding self-employment, expanding our human resource pool, and strengthening our national productivity for sustainable development.
Okay. Also, we had, speaking to the journalists after the closure meeting, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Geoffrey Oyama, said the discussion between both leaders centers on ways to deepen and expand relationships on security and other critical economic sectors.
The French president talked about the infusion of mercenaries in Mali, how that is a source of concern to a number of countries, and how this should be addressed very quickly, otherwise it's going to spread across the sub-region. Of course, a lot of countries expect Nigeria to intervene in all the trouble spots, but Mr. President, felt that he prefers to do all the engagement within the framework of ECOWAS.
All right. There were also conversations around the economic integration of West Africa. There have been talks about establishing a single currency for the sub-region.
A number of the countries were under the French economic zone, and their currencies, the CFA, was tied to the French banking system, supported by the Bank of France, the French Reserve. This is now being loosened as those countries now seek sort of an independent mechanism of their own. President Macron felt that there was a need to maybe go faster, that he's tried to facilitate that with some of the measures they've taken to loosen the French control of those currencies.
All right. So the president has said he would work with France to degrade international criminal networks. You tell me what your thought is about this one. The show is live on Facebook and YouTube, Nigeria Info 99.3. I'll be reading your comments from there and taking more calls after the break. I'll be right back. Then go away.
This is an infomercial.
Hey, you, it's your deals plug. And as usual, I've got the most fun.
media. And now the Lagos State Federal Controller of Works, Olukayode Popola, reassured the public that the third mainland bridge is structurally okay and safe for use. In an interview in Lagos, he urged Nigerians to disregard the rumors. According to him, the video that you saw has been around for the past 5 years and has been, recycled every year to cause panic among Nigerians. He says that portion in the video had since been fixed. So he's saying that don't get worried about it. Now let's move on to another story. The trial of the acclaimed leader of the proscribed IPOB has been adjourned till January 19 and 20, 2022. Justice Binta Nyako of the Federal High Court Abuja adjourned the trial following its resumption on Wednesday. Just like on October 21 when Kanu was last arraigned, there was also heavy deployment of security personnel in and around the court premises yesterday. Amid heavily armed and hooded operatives that were seen in the court, which is adjacent to the Federal Ministry of Justice, the IPOB leader faced a 7-count amended treasonable felony charge. Now, the team of lawyers representing the leader of the proscribed IPOB walked out from a federal high court in Abuja before the trial opened on Wednesday. Muhammad Abubakar, who is a counsel to the Attorney General of the Federation, told Justice Binta Nyako that Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers walked away because some members of his legal team were denied access into the court. Now, counsels to Kanu have threatened to boycott his trial at the Federal High Court in Abuja. His lead counsel, who's Ifeanyi Ejiofor, who spoke with newsmen after the adjournment on Wednesday, says he no longer trusts the judicial process in this matter.
And have an understanding as to what to do next, because we know that we are going to take it up, and we're sure that this matter is hard before this end of this month. I can assure you of that, because we can't give in to that kind of that kind of travesty of justice. We can't give in to that. ACJAP is specific on the guideline for trial of a person who is in detention, and he said day-by-day trial. That's what the law says. So if you understand, you circumspect of the fact that the law says day-by-day trial, and taking into account the nature of the matter beforehand, the judge will have also given us a short date for us to come back and commence the trial, even if it's not mindful of hearing an application.
The judge has said, come back in January. The lawyer says no. The law says have a day-to-day trial. Why are you telling us to come back in January? Now, Bruce Fain, who is IPOB Leaders Counsel from the United States, also threatened to approach the International Criminal Court for denying him access to his client.
I'm his international lawyer. I'm his international spokesman. He has a right under international law and under the Nigerian Constitution to retain anyone he wishes to represent his interests in criminal proceedings. That is being flouted. And there's one thing that I have already decided is Nnamdi's international lawyer. We don't need any strategy. I'm going to the working group on arbitrary detention in Geneva. I go to the International Criminal Court and the International Court of Justice in The Hague, the U.S. Congress, to bring to light the travesty of justice that is occurring. That right now, Nnamdi is being detained illegally. He's being charged with actions that aren't even crimes. He hasn't even had any due process yet. And here it was in June.
Okay, another thing that happened this week, a former chairman of the now defunct Pensions Reform Task Team, Abdulrasheed Maina, will be spending the next 8 years in prison. Maina was found guilty in a money laundering case, and the sentence was delivered by Justice Okong Abang of a federal high court in Abuja. He found Maina guilty of inducing staff of Fidelity Bank to open bank accounts for him without conducting due diligence, and also for money laundering. He also found him guilty of concealing his true identity as signatory to accounts opened in UBA and Fidelity Bank by using the identity of his family members without their knowledge. The court held that Maina stole monies meant for pensioners, as he could not prove where he got the monies from. 0700 993 993 993. Let's get your thoughts on these topics. You tell me your take in 60 seconds or less. Female callers, you have a line, and that's 014657190, 014657190. Facebook and YouTube is Nigeria Info 99.3. You can send your messages there as well. So let me go on to Facebook. I read some comments there. Also, Francis Omaga Unamani says you're watching live from Amagunze in Enugu State. Oh, thank you. Good morning, Action Lady. The Anambarians have already decided based on their conscience. It is left to Soludo to justify the confidence reposed in him through massive job creation, provision of infrastructural facilities, and good governance in totality. Thank you. Thank you very much for your message. Razak Kadiri is watching live in transit. Thank you. The people of Anambra have made their decision to... so let other aspirants move on and stop chasing shadows. And Mahieme, you said PMB was in a working lunch with competent Emmanuel Macron. Was it making sense in that speech he made? Was there anything inspiring about his message? Ladipo, I know, is saying here, APC doesn't want to accept election results. With this type of result that even a blind can see the result, tell them not to go and tarnish the judiciary's image all over again. All right, that's your thoughts there. Now, one more thing before I head over to the calls. In Imo State, this outgoing week, the House of Assembly impeached the Speaker, Paul Emazim. Emazim was impeached by 19 lawmakers on Monday during a plenary session at the State House of Assembly in Owerri, the Imo State capital. According to reports, the Speaker was impeached on allegations of gross misconduct, forgery, abuse of office, and high-handedness. Now, the member representing Obowo constituency, Kennedy Ibe, is now the new speaker. And in Lagos State, the lawmakers are calling on the president to take a look at the situation in Plateau and Imo State Houses of Assemblies. They're asking that the president rise up in defense of the country's democracy. At their own plenary on Monday, they called on the Senate President Ahmed Lawan and Speaker of the House of Reps Femi Gbajabiamila, the Attorney General of the Federation, and others to ensure that the crises in these houses of assembly are resolved and that those who took part in the impeachment process, especially in Plateau, invited and spoken with. Okay, let me give you one more, and then I'm bouncing over to the calls for the rest of the show. The police command announced the arrest of 108 merchant navy personnel for operating an illegal military training camp in Lagos. We talked about this on the show 2 days ago. Was it yesterday? The Lagos State Commissioner of Police, Hakeem Odumosu, was parading the suspect and said the arrests were made after the command received intelligence report about the illegal military training camp, codenamed Nigeria Merchant Navy, which is situated at Ogudu, Orioke area of Koshofe local government. The police said several military apparatus, including camouflage, badges of ranks, signboards, identity cards, were recorded from the suspect. He said they'll be charged to court soon as an investigation into their activities is concluded. Shouldn't we conclude investigations before charging them to court? But he says that those who are innocent will be set free. I believe that will be done by the court. Now, 108 persons in a military camp here in Lagos, in Ogudu, were paraded on Thursday in this outgoing week. Those are the stories. I'll let you take the rest. Oops. All right, give me a minute. My phone line is down. Let me get back up. All right. While we do that, I'll just get on to WhatsApp. All right. The WhatsApp number is 08095975805. All right. I get the phone line back up. 0700 993 993 993 is the number to call. Female callers, the number is 01466579190. Let's go on to WhatsApp. Concerning the collapsed building, I read online that one of the survivors interviewed on the hospital bed said the engineer asked them to break down one of the cracked pillar on the first floor for a new pillar to be erected when the building started to vibrate, and they were very lucky to escape with minor injuries. Godwin from Aja. Really, I haven't seen that report. Another person here says a survivor worker at the collapsed 21 building gave insight on what led to the collapse. It was as a result of an inappropriate pillar on the first floor which he and others were trying to rectify with the knowledge of the builder before he started to crack. Hey, how do you on Anambra election, please include your names. Yes, Jeremiah from Ikeja. I read somewhere that Andy Uba has now rejected the result he earlier accepted by congratulating Soludo to head to court. Please, he should try to become Supreme Court governor, since APC and politicians have in their time turned everything in Nigeria upside down. Well, he has a right to go to court if he thinks that the results are not in his favor. Buhari in Paris on the Peace Forum. While peace is lacking in Nigeria, you cannot make these headlines up. Oh yeah, thank you very much. With the results of Anambra election and APC reaction, APC will want to repeat what they and Supreme Court did in Imo State, where fourth position became number one. I guess that's what you mean. So I call on the people of Anambra to be ready. All lovers of Nigeria must insist on adoption of e-voting and electronic transmission of results. I know APC-led federal government will want to play it down because of Anambra. No, don't make assumptions. The lawmakers have just, passed that it's left actually to INEC to determine how they want to conduct the election and also how they want to transmit results. Okay, let's see some more comments here. We're staying still on WhatsApp. Talking to the Deji from Yaba. We're talking about the Justice Odili's the invasion of her house. He said there are two different stories. Yes, there are different stories. One says that the foreign currency, another says AGF was involved. It begs the question, did the AGF want the foreign currency? Well, if that person says it was sent by the AGF, that's for the police to investigate. Matthew from Ikeja, on Alhaji Mena's case, is this the kind of judgment that took the federal government 9 years to deliver? Says, they laugh. All right, thank you very much. Give me a minute and I'll be right back. Okay, please pardon me. I see your comments coming in back to back on WhatsApp. Give me a moment. I need to head out on a break right now. I've got adverts also coming up. But let me tell you just before I go, by the way, that you need to... So I told you earlier that we're having a hangout for Pro-Version Man. For those of you who are part of the community, as a community for men, and I know there's some women there also. There's a planned hangout, but it's going to be mixed both for men and for women. You can ask me details. It's a paid event, and the payment will open tomorrow, and it will be open to the end of November. It will cost 20,000 naira. It's a hangout at a very, very nice location in Lagos. I promise you that. So if you want to be part of it, send me a message on social media, and then you can find out details of this. All right, I need to go now. I'm sorry I can't take any more of your calls or comments online, but that's the show. Jimmy Disu is coming in after the news at 9 a.m. With Daily Digest, and it has a lot to talk to you about, so make sure you join that conversation. There's also Sunnyside at 12 and Hard Facts at 3 and much more in our programming for the rest of the day. My name is Wemimo Adewuni. Join me on social media at Wemimo Sports. Take away.
We black people must understand what is really going on.
Import milk, sugar, toothpaste, handkerchief, pencil. We don't make it.
Presenting the facts and access to pour out your mind.
Every time you bring in a shipload of rice, you also bring in a shipload of unemployment because you are transferring your wealth to sustain other economies.
So let's look at an Africa that must be free to take care of herself, an Africa that's free from exploitation in broad daylight.
They need jobs. They are children. They've graduated. They've come back home to begin a second child because there's no factory to employ them.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Africa's #1 station for talk.
Law-abiding citizens would like to go about their lives without the fear of attack or people dispossessing them of their possessions.
Practice makes perfect. You cannot be rusty and then go for a man.
For the biggest personalities.
Dr. Ibirunke Thomas joins us via Skype.
He's been selected for Forbes 30 under 30. His name is Iniolua Aboye.
For the strongest opinions.
Hey, you. What's going on? It's your Deals Plug. And as usual, I've got the most fantabulous information on the market. And trust me, you already know it's tailor-made just for you. Now, next week, South African Tourism, in partnership with Pick and Pay, Victoria Island, is inviting you to take a journey and experience the best of what South Africa has to offer over the festive holiday season. Find unbeatable travel deals, daily prizes, and rewards for your holiday in Johannesburg, Cape Town, or Durban. All you have to do is simply visit the South African Taste Experience at the Pick and Pay on Akin Adeshola Street from the 13th till the 21st of November. It's literally that simple. And guess what? When you buy your holiday package, you also stand a chance of winning up to 50% of your holiday package back for you to shop till you drop or even spend more time in South Africa exploring all that South Africa has to offer. It's an unbeatable deal, so make sure you go hop on this right now.
The Morning Crossfire continues after this.
Wow, I love the new Galaxy Flip. I've been thinking of getting it since it came out.
I want to buy the Galaxy A22, but I'm not sure if I've saved up enough.
The biggest sale of the year is happening in all Samsung retail stores nationwide.
Really?
Now is the time to enjoy amazing discounts and win loads of gifts on every phone you buy.
Yes!
You get a whopping discount when you buy the Galaxy A22, A12, A02 and Tab S7 devices. You get gifts worth up to 250,000 naira when you buy the Galaxy Z Fold 3, Z Flip 3 or any of the S21 devices. It doesn't get better than the Black Friday deals at Samsung. Wait, where are you going?
To the nearest Samsung store, of course.
Promo runs from Friday, 12th November to the 30th of November, 2021. T's and C's apply.
Dem no dey tanda one place dey wait for life o. You go sharply waka go meet am. No be how many chance wey you get na im matter o. Na wetin you take am do na im be the koko. As day dey break dey go, cup after cup, with better smell wey dey tinkolo body. And omyomyo taste of Nescafe 3-in-1. Your day don start gidigba be that o. E con still finish gidigba. Nescafe don land now for sachet for shinkily 70 naira. With Nescafe, everything don start be that o.
Hello to all the mama dem. Make una come join the MoFix happiness movement. See, when you buy the MoFix air dry diaper, you go get 2 free diaper for inside the twin pack and 4 free diaper for the jumbo pack. Oh yeah, make una try the MoFix baby diaper today and enjoy the dryness wey mothers don dey look for. Make dem no leave you behind o. Grab your share of happiness. Join the happiness movement. MoFix, growing up happily.
The federal government, through NPHCDA, commenced Phase 2 vaccination of all persons 18 years and above with safe and effective COVID-19 vaccines approved by WHO and certified by NAFDAC. Special arrangement has been made for staff, their dependents and retirees of ministries, departments and agencies of government, private corporate organizations and non-governmental organizations. To benefit from this special arrangement, visit www.nphcda.gov.ng/corporate vaccination/ to obtain, fill and submit the Google form. NPHCDA will contact you within 48 hours. Protect yourself, your family and your workplace against COVID-19. COVID-19 vaccines are free, safe and effective. For further inquiries, call 0700-220-1122 or send a mail to covid19.vaccination@nphcda.gov.ng. This message is from the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency.
Honey, why are we stopping at the Dulux shop? It's just a small stain on the wall at home.
Babe, you think you're the only one who loves shopping vouchers?
Wait, Dulux is giving out shopping vouchers?
Yes. From now to November 30th, 2021, buy Dulux Paint and win shopping vouchers worth up to 60,000 naira instantly. No raffle draws or lucky deeps. Just buy and win. But remember, terms and conditions apply.
Dulux,
Let's color.
Hello, listeners. It's Sarah, live from Abuja. I have Sunlight's very own Bubble Man with me, and he's got a special message. Bubble Man can't speak English, so I'll translate. He says, choose Sunlight 2-in-1 detergent to give you cleaning power with burst after burst of freshness. Well, you get the picture. Sunlight 2
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at